Listen, I'm not saying play a game. That please don't confuse what I'm saying as to say play games with them. But what I do want to suggest to every single woman, right? You let them know that you like them, but you don't let them know that you like them. Like, let's really, it's too many of y'all, and this goes for men too, but too many of you ladies are falling in love or falling for a guy so quickly that you begin to express to him how you really feel. And it's crazy because it's in the word. It's just the feeling, how you feel, right? You don't know him. You know nothing about his history. You know nothing about his family. But now here it is. You're telling him that, listen, I'm crazy about you. I'm ready to take this thing to the next level. Now, I get it, depending on how long y'all been talking. But many of y'all been talking to the guy for like 4 days. And now you ready to get married already. He takes that information and he uses it for his advantage because he already know that you head over heels. And when you head over heels, ladies, let's really be honest. When you head over heels for a dude, we know what you would do.
Man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me
What's
out.
going on, family? I want to welcome you to AOS, the podcast. I'm your host, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is what I need you to do. We're on every single platform, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I need you to go and subscribe and follow us right now. We drop content every single day that'll help you with your life, because our mission here at AOS, the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. I want you to live life on the next level. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that's watching this episode. This is going to be a dynamic episode. I need you to dive in. Do me a big favor. I need you to like, share, and comment. Don't be a stranger. I like comment with us. And this is what I need you also to do. I need you to copy this link right here on this podcast, this episode, and share it with at least 10 of your friends. I promise you, it's going to help them out. Let's jump into the episode. What's going on, fam? I want to welcome you to another episode, AOS the podcast. We had to jump into this. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Shout out to my best friend. Shout out to my man, Andre, up top. We was having a conversation, right? And as I always do, I have meaningful conversations. And it's crazy because I'm going to just drop this jewel on y'all real fast before we start the episode. Your friends should know what you're passionate about. Because when your friends know what you're passionate about, this is what they would do. They will bring some major ideas to you to help you grow in the space. That's when you know that you got real friends. When I'm in the podcast space, right? So my friends, my wife brings ideas and say, hey, you should do this on the podcast. You should talk about What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business and the business started off great and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes and Nobles, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. They know how passionate I am. They know how much I love what I do, right? They know how dedicated I am to what I do. So this episode right here, it's crazy because we were having a meaningful conversation, me and my best friend, and he told me the story that he knew. You know, I don't want to give no backdrop about it, but you know, he told me about a story that he knew, that he heard about, and I was like, dang, that's crazy. Like, and it's crazy because you already know our mission here is to empower the world to never give up. One conversation at a time, one video at a time, one conversation at a time. I messed that up. Y'all forgive me. Our mission here at AOS, the podcast, AOS Inspires, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, help you get to the next level. So when he said that, I was like, yo, there's a lot of women, and rightfully so, a lot of men too that move fast, but mostly it's women. It's kind of switching. I can't even say mostly women now because it's switching. Because a lot of men. Now, I'm going to say this. Statistically proven, when I looked at the statistics last week, statistically proven, it says that women move faster with their feelings and their emotions on how they really feel because they really are in tune. Now, broke men move fast in a relationship because they broke and they need some housing, right? But that's not what we're talking about. What I want to share today is, women, stop moving so fast to let a man know how you really feel in a relationship. It's crazy because this may sound like a game, but it's really not a game. Let him know that you like him, but don't let him know that you like him. I know some of y'all I'm confused. Like, how do I let a dude know that I like him, but don't let him know that I like him? This is how you do it. You don't voice how you feel. You show it through actions, subtle actions, right? By responding back to text. This lets him know that you like him. Settle things like open up your schedule and being available some dates. Don't be available every day. Don't be available. Hey, are you available Tuesday? Nah, Tuesday's a bad day for me. Even if you're not doing nothing, you got to give him a chase. Let him know that you like him, but don't let him know that you like him. Tuesday's not available for me, but I got Friday open. Friday looks good. Thursday looks good. Wednesday looks amazing, right? Like, let them know that you like them, but don't let them know that you like them. Dangerous part about a lot of women is that you're jumping over the broom before the broom is even placed down, or even before the broom is a conversation to even jump. Like, a lot of you, I've seen this time and time again. I've seen a lot of women go on dates and you tell your girlfriends, girl, I'm gonna marry him. And I get it. We hear these stories all the time. Men be like, yo, I knew when I first met her, she was gonna be my wife. Yes, we probably knew when we first met you. I knew it when I first met my wife, but I would not dare have shared that with her at all. Because number one, it'll scare her away. But women is different for you all. Why? Because there's a lot of men that prey on your emotions, prey on you feeling a certain type of way. Because this is what I've discovered. And ladies, take this at face value. I mean every single word. When a person truly, truly loves you, they will almost do anything for you. That's why you have a lot of women sitting in jail now, because they did things for men, ran dope for them, stole cars, killed people because they loved the person. And I felt like they loved me back, right? So ladies, be very mindful of, okay, cool. You found a guy, you crazy about him. As I said, I'm going to say this throughout the whole episode. Let him know that you like him, but don't let him know that you like him. And, you let him know through subtle things, like being available to go on dates, smiling, giving him your attention when you guys are out, right? Don't be on your phone. Fellas, a lot of y'all make that mistake. When you get comfortable with a woman, you always on, put the phone up. Give her your undivided attention. Ladies, give him your undivided attention. Now, the kicker to this thing is not a game, but there's a system. There's some SOPs that needs to be followed, some standard operational procedures that needs to be followed. Okay, cool. When I'm in your presence, you got my undivided attention. However, there's going to be some times that you call and text and I won't be available. There's going to be times you call and I won't reply back to your call for 2 hours or an hour. I'm not playing a game, but I'm letting you know that I like you, but I'm not letting you know that I like you. Simple as that. Because a lot of y'all women get your feelings hurt. Why? Because you're all in with this brother. You all in. You let him know how you feel. And now, watch this. He has the upper hand. Oh, she crazy about me, bro. She did tell all his homeboys. Oh, she crazy about me. She'll do anything for me. If I tell her go get me $1,000, she'll go get it. If I tell her put a loan in her name, she'll go do it. And many of you ladies fall down that trap. Now, the statistics show me that a lot of men don't fall. You got some men that do fall down that trap. Let's be honest. But mostly it's men that entrap women to that trap. It's not the other way around at all. That's why I'm making this video to y'all ladies. Like, I need y'all, listen, real talk. I need y'all to be more mindful of the type of guys, number one, the type of guys that you deal with, the type of guys that you go out with, and the type of guys that you entertain. Now, I get it. Ladies, you know for a fact, and I want y'all to revisit this too. You know for a fact that there's a type of guy that you are interested in. You have a type. I get it. We all got a type, right? But, ladies, if you know that the track record of your type does not end well, it does not work well in your favor, I need you to change your type. I need you to reevaluate some things. I talked to a woman last week and she was like, listen, for some reason I'm attracted to street dudes, but every street dude that I meet goes to jail. Listen, change your attraction. And it's crazy because a lot of people feel like, yo, I'm attracted to this or I like this, but you really don't know how this type of guy will be compatible to you until you try it, right? Like, and it's crazy because a lot of women go for the street guys until the street guys doing wrong. Then they look for them square guys because they know the square guys got good credit, got good money coming in. He gonna be faithful. He gonna be loyal. Now, but I'm gonna be honest with you, there's gonna be some square guys that'll cheat on you too because now all this attention is going to their head. Now, because you got to realize, ladies, when you're beautiful and you get attached to a corny guy or a square guy, you have now increased his value. Now women are looking like, hold on, what is it about her that got him? Or better yet, what is it about him that got her? They're going to be looking at it. So, ladies, from the get-go, let the man know that you're interested, but don't let him know that you're interested. And a big thing, too, as I said, let me piggyback on what I just said. Ladies, you got to be careful about your type. You need to start being honest with yourself. Like, is my type is my type dysfunction? Because if it is, I need you to leave your type alone for a little while and find out something else that could possibly meet your fancy or tickle your fancy, right? Like the edgy guys is not it because I keep on falling into these dirty traps. Like I keep on getting the short end of the sticks with these guys. So I need to find a different type of guy. That's what you need to find, right? Like I said, you never know until you try the different type. You keep on going for street dude, street dude, street dude, and all these street dudes keep on playing you, keep on cheating on you, bringing you back STDs. And this is another thing too, ladies. You would never attract a guy that is not what you're giving off. Whatever type of aura that you're giving off, those would be the type of guys that you will attract. So many women ask me, even in my inbox, and I'm about to start doing, I'm gonna do a series because I've had, I ain't saying I had a flood of women, but I had about 6 women inbox us, DM us, and was like, yo, why do I keep on attracting this type of guys? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of attracting the type of guy that thinks I'm a freak, that thinks they can smash on the first night. I'm tired of attracting those type of guys. And I get it. I understand. The first thing that I like to evaluate is let me check out your page. Let me check out how you present yourself. Because the truth of the matter is, a man, even if a man is the type of guy that loves to smash a chick on the first night, one night stands, right? But a man that don't see a way in or a way that he can be disrespectful in that manner to try to smash this chick on the first night if she don't give him them type of vibes. What kind of vibes you giving out? And I get it. I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this, but I'm gonna make this a short right here. I'm gonna make this a clip. Ladies, the type of clothes that you wear will determine the type of guy that you get hollered at. Period. Hey, ladies, I'm gonna be honest with you. The type of clothes that you wear will determine. That's why they always say dress the way that you want to be addressed. The type of clothes that you wear will be the determining factor on the type of guys that talk to you, the type of guys that approach you, and how they approach you, how you dress, how you carry yourself. Because how you carry yourself says a lot about the type of guys that try to talk to you. I I had a type, right? I had a type. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all can get mad. It is what it is. I don't like ghetto women. I cannot stand a ghetto woman. You know the woman, oh girl, he got. I can't stand old loudmouth ghetto. That's just me. I don't like it. That's not my type. Right? But the ironic part about it is a lot of guys are attracted to that, not to wife that up, but to have a good time with. Because those type of women in a lot of guys' eyes are fun girls. They fun to be around. It's never a dull moment, but they would never take them serious. They would never take them and say, listen, let me go and introduce you to mom. Let me go and introduce you to my daughter. Let me go and introduce you to my friend. Nah, you're not that type chick. Because how you carry yourself says a lot. I'm going to tell you this. My dad would always tell us, wear a suit when you're conducting business. I get it. I understand. And it's crazy because people will treat you
What's
different.
going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job, you lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, you started a business and the business started off great and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode.
Versus being in regular street clothes. You walk in the bank, you can have $10 million in the bank. You walk in the bank with regular street clothes, you will be treated like the average Joe. But you can walk in there with a suit, and it's crazy. Try this if you don't believe me. You can walk in there with a suit with only $10,000 in the bank, or $500 or $100 in the bank, and people will treat you different. Because based upon the way that you carry yourself will be based upon how people will approach you, will be based upon how people will handle you, or people will approach you, period. So we had the conversation, me and my best friend, we had this conversation, and I was like, yo, I got to talk about this on the episode. So what happened was, I'm going to give you a quick story, right? So what happened was, there was a young lady that somebody that he's connected to knew. And the young lady, I'm assuming that she met this guy on the dating app. Like, it has a crazy twist to this story. You got to follow along with me, right? So I'm assuming they met on the dating app, right? So they met on the dating app. They went out on a date. And before, this is what he did. He set the whole platform up. He told her, listen, I'm going out of town. I'm flying out. So, but I still want to go on this date with you, right? And remind you, I'm thinking that they met on a dating app, Tinder or something like that, right? She didn't swipe left. She swiped right. She liked him. So he was like, listen, I'm going out of town. I'm flying out. So I have about a 4-hour window where we can go on a date, have something to eat, and, we just have a good time. I go my way, you go your way. Got a 4-hour window, right? So it's like, listen, he set the playing field. He set the expectation up front. I'm flying out tonight. I got 4-hour window. So they went on a date. Date went amazing. I mean, he got her laughing and everything, got her feeling comfortable, all the above. Like, it's everything just going great. Just as she can imagine the date to go, the date is going like that. Like, she's having a great time. Like, there's no red flags. There's nothing like, hold on, no eyebrows rising. This guy, and she see his luggage. So she already know, okay, he's really going out of town. Like, he's really flying out. And he said that they were in New York, right? So of course, it's not nothing outside of the norm for a guy that's going, that's catching a flight to go out of town, to go out of the state, to go to another state to carry luggage, because most people in New York don't have a car, right? I mean, so nothing. There's no red flags, nothing. Everything seems normal. His story seems to line up. They had a great time. He pays the bill. Like, bam, we having a good time. So this is where it took a twist. So after the date, after the dinner, they went somewhere else and had some ice cream or something like that. So they're laughing and giggling. So now here's where the plot thickens. He tells her, "Oh, shucks, they just canceled my flight. My flight has been canceled, and it's not leaving until tomorrow morning. I've already checked out my hotel, my Airbnb, or however he's had it set up, right? I'm assuming that he was staying in a hotel. I don't know how it was set, but he told her that he had already checked out. He had all his luggage. She believed him. So this is what he said to her. They just met. This is what he said. He said, "Listen, um, can I come to your house and just crash at your house until tomorrow morning? Then tomorrow morning you won't hear me leave. I'm gonna leave about 3 o'clock in the morning to go catch my flight, right?" So they've already had a good time. She's already telling him, "Listen, bruh, like I've been looking for you all my life. Had a good time. Drinks was good. Food was good. Ice cream was amazing. Conversation was A1. The type of guy that she was looking for, he had all the features that she was looking for. So there was nothing that was like, yo, maybe I need to pump my brakes." So he was like, "Can I come crash at your house? I sleep on your couch, please." You know what I'm saying? Is that okay? She stayed by herself. What this lady said, yes. Okay. So it seems innocent. Seems, I mean, this is why I'm making this video because I want y'all to be aware. So they go back to her house, right? And everything goes well, right? So they talk for a little while. Then she said, "You know what? I'm turning in. I'm tired. I'm about to go to my room." She goes to her room, shuts the door, locks the door because she's like, "Yo, it's a stranger out there." Even though I had a good time with him, right? This is the guy that I've been looking for all my life. I'm crazy about him, but I'm not that type of chick. Listen, we ain't having no one night stand. I don't rock like that. Cool. She goes in her room, locks the door. He comes to the door, knocks on the door, and was like, "Hey, my phone is about to die. Can I borrow your charger?" Right? So I'm assuming that it's like 12 o'clock at this time. Not even 12 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock. Let's say that 10 o'clock, right? At this time. So she says, "Okay, cool." She opens the door, gives him the charger. No foul, no problem. He gets the charger. She shuts the door back, locks the door again. He goes out, charges his phone. So an hour rolls by. He goes to the door, knocks on the door again, and said, "Hey, this charger, an hour now, this charger is not working. Do you have another charger?" She's like, "Yeah, I got another charger. Give me a minute." So when she said, "Give me a minute," she felt that it was a little suspicious. She's like, "Hold on. I just gave you a charger. It's been a whole hour." Now, this is when she started thinking. You start thinking at too late. It's too late in the game to start thinking now. You should have thought before you said yes to let the brother come to your house. Now, I'm just being disclosure. I don't know what race this was, right? I don't know. Anyway, um, so she started to think like, "Hold on. You had my charger for an hour. Now you need another. Then you tell him, no, something ain't right. It's 2 o'clock in the morning now." So now he knocks on the door again. "Come on, I need a charger. My phone about to die." So then he start banging on the door hard, and she's getting scared, right? She don't know what's going on. Like, yo, hold on. Now it's changing events, right? So as he begins to bang on the door, this is what happens. She calls the police and say, "Listen, I went on a date with this guy." Of course, she wasn't this calm. She's like, "I went on a date with this guy. It went well, but I let him stay here. He said he had to catch a flight. But now he's banging on my door. I have my door locked. And I'm scared now." So the police are like, "Listen, just stay where you are. We're on our way," right? So um, he's still banging on the door. So then he stops for a while. Then whatever he does what he does. Then he comes back, start banging again. So now, 40 minutes later, the police shows up. When the police shows up, no, you know what? Let me take that back. The police does show up, but he stops banging. He leaves. She hears the door shut. So she's like, "Yo, should I go out there?" But the smart thing about her, she said, "No, I'm going to wait until the police show up." So the police showed up. And when the police got there, of course, they had to take precaution. So they said, "Ma'am, I need you to come out with your hands up." Because they don't know, because the guy that she said that was there, he's not there now, right? So he said, "Listen, ma'am, when you come out, I need you to have your hands up." She comes out with her hands up. And before she came out, the police officer warned her, "What you are about to see is going to be really, really graphic. Be careful. I don't want you to be alarmed. It's going to be crazy now. What you about to see is going to be crazy. But I don't want you to be alarmed. I just want you to be, I just, you know what I'm saying? Just be cool, right?" So she came out the room. They cleared the premises. They knew that everything was cool. When she turned around, her couch was wrapped in saran wrap. And all of the knives that she had in her house, in her kitchen, was on the coffee table in front of the couch that he had saran wrapped. Bananas. The cops was like, yo, what we gather that what he was going to do was going to murder you, kill you on the couch, maybe rape you, whatever, and wrap you up and bury the body, whatever. I don't know. They don't know. Easy cleanup, I guess, right? But the whole thing that the reason I'm doing this episode is because, ladies, some of y'all are too trusting. Some of y'all letting the guys that you're dating, you only been talking to this joker for 2 weeks, and you let them know your whole hand. You let them know your credit score, and it's cool. I understand. I talk about that. Let y'all talk about credit scores in the beginning. I do talk about that, but y'all, I mean, y'all let them do know your credit score. You let them know how much money you got in the bank. You let them know where you keep your spare key. I mean, you're just telling them too much. Let them know that you're interested, but don't let them know that you're interested. Ladies, I want to listen. Let me tell you, be quiet. Don't share all of your business. And I'm not just saying personal business, but don't let them know how much you feel about, how much you like them. It's okay to like them a little bit. It's okay to let them know that you're interested, but don't let them know that you're interested. I need y'all to get that through your head, because too many of y'all fall in love too fast and he plays you, and dangerous part or worst part, a lot of y'all die. A lot of women die because they trust a man too fast that has ill will against her. Ladies, shh, don't fall in love too fast. What's going on, family? I want to say thank you for rocking with us during this episode. We have been so excited to drop this episode. I'm glad that you made it to the end. This is what I want you to do. If you have any takeaways from this episode, leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear how you feel. I want to bring content to you that's relevant to you, that'll help you change your life, because you already know our mission here at AOS Inspires, AOS the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. This is what I need you to do. I need you to like, subscribe, share this episode. If it spoke to your life, share this episode with somebody. Why? Because you are connected to some people that we're not connected with. And with that connection together, we can empower the world to never give up. I'm Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. I can't wait to see you next week. Just in case you didn't know, we drop every single week, 3 times a week. Mondays, 8 a.m., Wednesdays, 8 a.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. You need to catch an episode. Matter of fact, catch all 3 episodes. It's going to be fire. I promise you it's going to help you doing your everyday life. It's going to help you get to the next level. Let's go.